Might have come between Donald and Ivana Trump. An exclusive, the Marla workout. The boyfriend she dumped for Trump. Our Cindy Adams reveals the other man in the Donald-Marla love triangle. Plus, the moment everything went down.
Never built like you. I love Kathy Lee, but...
Donald and Marla and Ivana and the press. What a foursome. Those are steamy bedfellows. And the biggest story to come out of it so far may well be the tapes that caught the players in the game. Marla tapes are the biggest news all over the country. The media is frantically buying and bidding for tapes that seem to be coming out of thin air over the transom. Our Cindy Adams is here now with a look at the battle for the tapes and the latest and best, a workout tape like we've never seen.
Push over, Jane Fonda. Welcome to the Marla Maples the Magnificent video library.
Nobody's ever done me like this before.
No, don't worry, Jane. Marla might be famous for 10 minutes, but she's not doing her own aerobics video yet. This sexy stuff was shot while the future Miss Maples was posing for the cover of the videotape called Killer Workout.
I think I do this for a living.
Miss Kathy Lee over here to show me how to act.
Yeah, Kathy Lee was never built like you. I love Kathy Lee, but...
She's adorable. Do you want to go to the restroom with me?
No.
This is the Tiffany of the Marla Maples footage. It's not all this good. Obscure movie, video, and commercial makers have been crawling over their editing room floors, hunting for valuable outtakes of the blonde actress trying to make it in showbiz. And they've been asking sky-high prices for rock-bottom quality, up to 50 grand for a rare glimpse of this perfect 10 in motion.
Her special talents include acting and dancing. Miss Marla Maples, a beautiful girl from Dalton, Georgia. Thank you, Marla.
This was the first one to surface. Marla winning the Miss Resaca Beach Beauty Pageant in her home state of Georgia. And even a glimpse of Marla's mama, Ann Ogletree.
And this is really Marla's mother.
Then they scratched around the bottom of the barrel for this one. Sorry about the quality kiddies, but how could we not show you Marla as Miss Hawaiian Tropic? But hark! A behind-the-scenes peek at Miss Maples making a commercial, and we do mean behind the behind. And speaking of sneak peeks, this photo was snapped on the icy peaks of Aspen, and we do mean it was icy. Examine carefully. There's Donald. The woman at his side is not wife Ivana. It's a look-alike. Marvelous Marla. That's Mrs. Trump getting frozen out. Ivana reportedly got hot under the collar when she got the cold shoulder, and thus began that much-reported confrontation between Donald, Ivana, and Marla that some say sent the Trump marriage slaloming downhill last Christmas. This picture of the Aspen soap opera was splashed all over the New Star magazine. And in my paper, the New York Post, that hit the streets today, I got the scoop on someone else coming out of the woodwork. A guy called Steve Marco, who allegedly shared the alleged Marla with the alleged Donald at the alleged same time. He says Marla was obsessed with Donald, that she was certainly out to catch him, and that she would tell him, Steve, to take a hike when Donald called to say he was on his way over with 10 minutes notice.
You have a video at home?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll give you a copy of it. For, just for laughs.
How to get ready to sweat. This
All right.
is what you do every day before you go to work out.
My wife's not going to let me go to work anymore. Terrific.
With all of this, no wonder Marla is jumping up and down.
You need that vestibular. Now I'm worried.
Don't worry, we'll take the most flattering shot.
Oh, no.
No, that's a good point.
What?
We'll have more on Marla Maples, not exactly of the Katharine Hepburn School of Acting. You can bet there's plenty more where this came from.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bye.
I will be back.
Yeah, but we don't want Cindy to get away yet. Cindy, here's the paper, your paper this morning, with that headline that we showed. Now, we understand that Donald is truly one of your best sources in all of this. And how can he remain this close to you when you're writing stories like this?
Well, it ain't easy, but I have a little furry voice inside me that tells me when it's okay for me to do something and when it's not okay. But Donald, you know, is becoming like King Kong. He's larger than life. He's going to survive all of it, even us.
Well, can you quickly give me a guess? They're going to get back or not?
They may get back, but I'm not sure that they're going to grow old together. They may get back, and then maybe he'll go again, but he's into Barbie doll time, his newest toys.
All right. Thanks, Cindy. As you say, I'm sure there's a lot more, and we'll have it for you. When we come back, talking about Not Over Yet, we have more rare footage of the making of Marla and her shocking hometown secret. For years, Dalton, Georgia was known as the carpet capital. Has some secrets. Our Vince Lipari has one big secret that the entire town shares.
She's 5 feet 8 inches tall, one of our taller contestants, weighs 125 pounds, has blonde hair and blue eyes. Her measurements are 37, 25, 37. She's been a student at the University of Georgia and completed 1 year there. Her special interests include all water sports, snow skiing, tennis, acting, modeling, reading, and studying marketing. And her special talents include acting and dancing. Miss Marla Maples, a beautiful girl from Dalton, Georgia. Thank you, Marla.
In this small southern Georgia town, which grows beauty queens like others grow cotton, Marla Maples was among the finest crop that Dalton ever produced.
The winner of our pageant tonight is from Dalton, Georgia. Her name is Marla Maples.
When she was crowned Miss Resaca Beach at the age of 19, her poster graced the walls of stores, bars, and locker rooms within a 50-mile radius. Her beauty made her a local star, but it was also her ticket out of town and onto billboards and commercials and movies, and eventually New York City and Donald Trump. But while New Yorkers and the nation only recently have heard of the Maples-Trump love connection, to folks in Dalton, it's old news. They've been hearing such stories for over a year.
The only thing I heard really was the fact that she had an apartment in New York City that he was paying for.
While Trump himself has never been seen in these parts, people say his private plane has made frequent visits to nearby Chattanooga Airport.
I've heard of that some of the people who live in this area have been flown to New York or Colorado or somewhere by Mr. Trump, but, you know, that's rumored.
Why would they be flown by Mr. Trump to these areas?
Perhaps they were her friends. I've also heard that Miss Maples, Ann, or Marla's mother, has been flown to New York or Atlantic City.
Dalton, Georgia may not be as far from New York City's Trump Tower as it seems. Its most famous blonde bombshell is TV anchorwoman Deborah Norville. The small town of about 25,000 people is the carpet capital of the world. As a result, Dalton has one of the highest ratios of millionaires per capita. It also happens to be the divorce capital. It seems carpet executives like to trade in their wives for Dalton's younger crop. Marla is no stranger to divorce. Her own father has been married 4 times. The spacious home is where Marla grew up. Her father, a real estate developer, named a street in another development after Marla.
She lived kind of across the street from us, and we used to do things, you know, when it snowed, we'd go out and play in the snow, make snowmen together, and, you know, all the kids in the neighborhood, and we played softball during the summers and went to Bible school with her once. Real sweet girl, really nice.
Pushed into modeling at a young age by her mother, Marla developed her confidence and ambition early on. In high school, even though her parents divorced, she seemed to blossom. Her beauty was becoming legendary, but so was her drive. She was a cheerleader, played basketball and tennis, was on the student council, and was an officer and in the top 20 of her graduating class, and was voted homecoming queen. She seemed to have it all.
She had a good look, she was very smart, very intelligent, and was very outgoing.
An old friend says Marla was always drawn to influential people and had to go out with them. Mike Grimes, who socialized with Marla and mutual friends, says she knew what she wanted.
To make money, you know, just to make it on her own, to be successful.
As for hooking Trump, a married man, Dalton residents are rooting for Marla.
Well, a man like much money he got, I'd marry him myself.
Well, I think Mr. Trump would be lucky to get a girl like Marla. She is a beautiful thing.
But what about the charges that Marla is a homewrecker?
Well, a lot of people down here don't think he had that much of a marriage, you know, because his wife was a business-type person. He might have just wanted him some good Southern home cooking and companionship.
Now, we know that that story is not going away. Now, we have a millionaire next, a multimillionaire, who's giving it all away. Not like